Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today we have a special video because we're having shop reviews again today. And I'm here at the backyard of my co-working space here at the 4-Leaf Clover, where we had an amazing barbecue last night. And I'm still recovering from my shoulder/rib injury, but it was quite challenging to film today's video, but it was really fun and I really enjoy the fact that even when I'm injured, I can still do my job. Yay me. Today we're gonna have 4 shops to be reviewed, and most of them are selling coloring pages, as well as a shop that sold printable cupcake toppers, which is like super cool and super fun. And I do want to say to all of you who are being reviewed in this video that I hope that you find my critique to be in a way that will build you up, and everything I'm saying that you're doing wrong, whether it's missing an announcement or bad tags, like bad name, it's not about you. I mean, you do your job wonderfully, and it's just about giving a little bit more advice. So I hope that you're going to take it as something that comes from a good place, because I do want you guys to sell better because you have amazing designs. Like, these shops are really adorable. And for those of you whose shops are not being reviewed today, I hope that you could find a way to learn from other people's mistakes as well, because seeing what someone did wrong is a great way not to make the same mistakes yourself. And also you might look into these shops and see what they're doing right that you didn't do, and that will get you inspired as well. So let's go to my computer and review these 4 awesome Etsy shops, and then get back to me, talk a bit more about the general comments that each shop should have selling printables, as well as what we have in store for us in the coming days. So we are here in the first store for today, which is Fancy Schmancy Studio, and I do have to say, I love that name. Sandy, you found an awesome name for a store. However, when we're talking about the tagline that you have here as well as here, this is actually a factor for Etsy SEO as well as Google SEO, and it should be a bit more specific about the types of products that you have, because if you're selling planners, like printable planners, printable cards, or any other kind of stuff, this should be written here. You should have like a sort of a tagline that concludes the majority of the printables that you have. For example, printable stationery or digital download stationery, digital download cards, something a bit more product specific. For the logo, I would actually delete pretty much everything. I would leave in this vase thing in the Fancy Schmancy Studio, but I will make it on a clear background or on a white background and a lot bigger so people can actually see your brand. When you are talking about a logo, logos usually don't have backgrounds. And this is a nice concept. I don't think that the line here is quite readable, but the cover photo is just fine. Your featured items are digital planner templates, back to school, font. I think I would make sure, like, more clear that this is an actual font with the photo, and printable recipe sheets and printable kitchen planner, which I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go in and check it out. Okay, so we're talking about grocery planner and menu planner and meal planner. So I do believe that kitchen planner is pretty much the secondary thing that should be here, because menu planners and meal planners are more searched than kitchen planners. So because it's also not a kitchen planner. If you're talking about recipes and groceries and meal planning, this is about meal planning, not about kitchen planning. Kitchen planning, I think, would also be like how to set up a kitchen, where to get a sink from, stuff like that, like stuff that you need. Well, this is more into the healthy lifestyle and healthy menu planner. So I do think that a bit of a change here might be required. And I love how you structure these things. I think it's very clear. I mean, I can see from the first photo, I'm going in, I can see exactly what it is. I can see the types of things that you offer, and you also make sure to always put something on top of it so people cannot just grab it for themselves and use it. I love how you do it. I love this photo that you're using. I think it's brilliant, as well as this photo. When, welcome to your shop, presenting yourself. I think these are some of the most important things that people often forget to do. I love this planner thing, this planner concept, and I do love a lot of your products here. There are a lot of things that I love that you're doing here. However, I think you could also present them a bit differently, because if I'm looking at this is not just a printable graduation cake toppers. This is also printable stickers. I mean, people can definitely use these as printable stickers, and I do believe that they should be a part of your names here. I love your mock-up. I think it's gorgeous. But one thing that I could say here is the use of this line here. It shouldn't be here. It should be a comma. And the name should be Printable Graduation Cupcake Toppers. Congrats, comma, graduation cupcake toppers, comma, graduation printable stickers and stuff like that. I do believe that there is a lot more work to be done here with SEO. However, I do like your shop. I like how you present things. I'm trying to check out your announcement, although I can't really find it here. And announcements are really important for SEO. Looking at your about section, I think that there is a lot more to be done here. I would kind of put something like you did with the photos, like the last photo, something like this, but a bit of a bigger photo of you, because this is like about your shop, not just about the products. And I would actually put in some cake toppers as well. The about section is nice, but it's kind of short. It should include everything that you're selling here. Describe everything that you're selling it here, because this is important for Google SEO. I'm just kind of curious to go into your Instagram. And your Instagram could be way better, because I don't know if you've noticed, but this is not the right size. This is not the right size. You can see that it's being cut. I would try to make sure that all of the Instagram posts that you upload are actually, made for Instagram, which is 1080 pixels by 1080 pixels, or any kind of size that the ratio is 1:1. And I also wouldn't use it this way. I mean, when you're talking about cake toppers here, I wouldn't use this photo as the main photo. The main photo would be a cupcake with this, like a mock-up of the cupcake with this. And then the second photo would be this. I think it will get you a lot more traction and a lot more likes, because you do have a nice shop and good products. And moving on to our next person on the list, which is Color Yourself Healthy. First of all, love the name. Love, love, love the name. I'm a huge supporter of coloring pages as a way to do therapy. I've seen so many places with people in mental institutions and mental programs using coloring pages, especially mandalas, as coloring therapy while being institutionalized, and also taking this with them. I've seen this grow through COVID when I was sending coloring pages to hospitals in Spain. And I've seen it help so many people, as well as myself, when I was quarantined after COVID. Like when I got back to Israel and was quarantined in the hotel, it was like 14 days of just doing coloring pages. So the name is spot on. What isn't spot on is the logo, which is way too complex for this space. No one can actually read it. This line, color, feel, believe, be, is nice. However, this should be printable coloring pages, because this is important for SEO. The cover photo, I don't really believe that it represents what you're doing well. I would go out, print some of your pages, color them, and upload a collage of painted works of your coloring pages as the cover. I'm looking down here and you have an announcement, but the announcement has nothing to do with this. I mean, I'm not a computer. The announcement should be, welcome to my store. This is what you can find here, detailing everything people can find here with Google keywords that will help your Google SEO. I'm not sure why you have this link here. You're saying you're not computer savvy. That's the first line, and it's really bad. And I'm not sure. Oh, so this sends you out to freebies. You're not telling people that this goes on to freebies. I mean, it will take you to my Google Drive and you can download the pages from there. Enjoy. There is nothing here about free coloring pages, and there should be. These are actually quite nice. I think I'm going to download this later because it looks kind of cute. But there is a way to do that. I wouldn't do it this way. I would Bitly this, like go on to Bitly and make this a shorter link and write down that people can get a free coloring page or 2 free coloring pages from you if they want to. But the announcement should start with an actual announcement. Hello, welcome to my shop. Welcome to Color Yourself Healthy. Here you will find printable coloring pages, a bit about the shop, as well as this link, which is nice, but make sure that it's a Bitly link and tell people where it's going to get them. Scrolling down, you have 35 products, but only 19 of them are in categories. And mandala coloring pages should be a category, like an item section, and all of your listings should be in categories. This is actually a part of SEO on Etsy. I'm trying to look at your designs here of the main banner, and the first initial feeling that people get is that you're selling the exact same product, because all of them have the exact same mandala in the background. And I'm not sure if you're even selling this mandala with it, because I'm looking here and it's really unclear to me. As well as the fact that these photos are complete squares, which is not really good for Etsy. I've been talking about the size for Etsy in most of my videos. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2545 pixels by 2020 to make sure that the photo is spot on the size here. And no, I mean, if I'm looking at this, this is not the photo that should be for the Law of Attraction coloring book. You should actually have these in here. I wouldn't use this for everything. I would not use this logo here. It's really confusing. And I would try to find a better font for this, squish it down a bit because it doesn't look good. I do love this, although I believe that this should be a coloring page if you're showing this here. I like the fact that you have this as a photo. However, I would think about designing it a bit better in terms of the alignment, but it is a good thing to have here, and I do love this. This is brilliant. This is one of the best things, and then there is a video here. I'm waiting to see if it just, okay, so the video should display a product, not happy coloring, and I would maybe make a slide. Like, you can make a video slide of the coloring pages that exist inside this coloring book, like this printable coloring book. If I'm looking at the name is not really good. I'm talking about like Law of Attraction coloring book. Well, it's Law of Attraction printable coloring book, comma 26 page. I mean, this is a printable coloring book, and there is no word printable here. The word printable doesn't exist in your name of the product, which is the main SEO factor. So Law of Attraction printable coloring book, comma 26 printable coloring pages, because no one is searching Etsy for pages in all. I would put in positive mantras or, you know, positive motivational coloring book printable, digital download coloring pages with an abstract and mandala design, something that is actually keywords, and also like, you know, mandala coloring books with affirmations, stuff like that. I'm not sure why only one of this is available. This is a digital product, and digital products are infinite. So never write down only one is available, because it makes people think that this is a physical item, as well as, you know, if one will buy it, then no one can buy it after that. All of your products are only one available, which is really, really bad. My main comments here would be about the main photo, about the sizing of the photo, about your SEO, as well as the announcement. And let's go down to the about section where we are missing photos. A photo of you coloring would be amazing. A photo of a coloring page coming out of the printer would be amazing. And this is a really nice story to be on your actual profile. On the about page, I would make it less personal, as well, but again, following, you know, the healthy lifestyle and what it does for you, but really lay out what it is that you are selling here. I'm missing social links here as well. You have a lot of work that should be done on this store, but I have looked around inside your coloring pages and they are lovely. I mean, they are incredibly simple, but they are just cute and beautiful, and they're adorable, and I love them. I'm not sure why these are standard A5 paper to print in your home printer. I would think, like, to myself, this was A4, not A5. Maybe there was a mistake here. And there's another video here. And it's a nice video, other than the fact that the child is not actually coloring any coloring book. They're just painting and drawing. But it is a nice concept. If you have it with someone actually doing the coloring pages, it would be better. And again, the biggest intake is this: only one is available is simply not true. Moving on to another printable coloring page store, Roxanna Tea Designs by Roxanna Toth. And hello, Romania! I miss your country so much. I was there for the first quarantine, and I can't wait to get back, see my friends a bit. We are in a very short store. The first comment I would have is to have more products. It's flat on. Have more products. I do see that you have all of your products inside sections, and printable coloring pages for adults with mandala designs is a nice tagline. I don't see a logo. You should have a logo here, not a mandala. And I love the cover photo, sort of, but I do believe that this would be looking a lot better if these were pages. Like A4 pages showing off the actual pages and having a bit of a shadow to them. It's really easy to make it with Canva, and it will make this look a lot better, as well as, you know, 2 per side and not 2 and 1, because it kind of looks off. I would say you need a logo as well as a new cover photo, as well as more products. I kind of love the simplicity that you have going on here. I love the mini mandala option. I love the mini mandala option. I think that a lot of people don't value enough mini coloring items. I do know that in my coloring project, I'm planning on doing a lot of these mini coloring things. And I love the style that you have here. It's very simple, but let's just go on to a product and have a look. And I can already see a lot of problems here. Okay, so printable mandala coloring pages for adults, comma, digital download coloring book, comma, printable coloring book, comma, mandala coloring pages. You should really work on the tags of SEO because it's just not enough. And you also have video. Let me just check it out. Okay, flashing lights. I'm moving further. I don't want to have a seizure. I would not recommend anything that flashes to people because a lot of people who are looking into this for relaxation have neurological or mental problems and they can have a seizure from this video. And I'm looking at the other pages that you have here. And this looks nice, a bit basic. I think that from the other stores that we've seen, you can learn a bit more about the types of photos that you might be using for each and every item, which is a photo of, you know, you with some thank you text or an explanation text about yourself, as well as a photo that explains the digital download process. You have 2 reviews, but one of them is with an actual photo, which is pretty dope. And I love your shop. I love your designs. I love the fact that you have coloring bookmarks. They are adorable, and I'm guessing they're pretty easy to make because, you know, you already made the mandala, so you're cutting them out. I would recommend to do more of them, as well as maybe coloring cards and a lot more coloring pages, because this is not enough to compete with Etsy. You also need an announcement, same comments as the other stores about having an announcement that talks about what you have, mainly for SEO. In the about section here, I would mind SEO a bit more. Like, I decided to sell my designs here as printable coloring pages and printable coloring bookmarks because this is a part of Google SEO as well as a part of Etsy. I would make this a bit longer, and of course photos of you and of the coloring pages. I am not finding social media here. I think that Pinterest would be a good decision for you, as well as Instagram. And moving on to our last store for today, we have a lot of coloring pages today, which is Neil Arts by Sapphire. And the first thing I can tell you is that you can't use Pooh the Bear as your logo. 1, this is not your logo, and 2, this is a huge trademark infringement. You should have a logo with the name of the shop. This is extremely blurry. I'm not sure what was the size of the original image that you were using, because it wasn't big enough or the resolution is not good. This looks very blurry, very low resolution. I would make a new cover photo that includes some of the products because this is really not good for what you have in your store. The announcement should be longer, as well as include the types of items people can find in your shop and, you know, the sale, but this is way too short and doesn't include almost any keywords. And I'm looking here and I'm kind of confused. Why is there printables? Everything is printable. This is actually printable wall art. This should be called printable wall art. This should be called printable bookmarks. Printable quotes is fine, but this is actually printable wall art as well. You have abstract art, again, printable wall art, set of printables. This is wall art set, and coloring pages. I'm kind of confused because I got the vibe at first that it's just coloring pages. I think that I would try and change it. Let's look at what you sold so far. Okay, so you've been selling coloring pages. I recommend that you remove the art. I don't know how much action it's getting or how much, you know, people are looking into purchasing your wall art, but I would not do it this way. Like, I would just make it about printable coloring pages, and I reckon that this is a lot bigger than what you're actually offering. I mean, this is a huge printable design, and you're not offering this design actually for sale. So it could be quite misleading for people because they would think that this would be printed in this size, and it's not. If I'm looking at printable quotes, have you tried test printing them? I mean, Have you tried printing them in these huge, huge sizes? Because people can order them and complain. I don't think that I would be combining printable wall art with printable coloring pages in one store, especially when they're not really related to each other. This is a good design for Redbubble. You have a lot of designs here that could really work for Redbubble or Society6 to be sold as print on demand. I'm seeing here instant download bookmarks, but I'm not seeing them on the page. Plus, you know, people don't really need to download them from you. They can just grab this and use it because you have done nothing to protect your own art. I can just literally just print it now. I can download it and print it myself. I don't need to pay you. And you need to make sure that when you do this, first of all, the mock-up should be of a page of this, not like this, and it should be protected so people can't use it without shopping from you. There are a lot of good things about this shop. Your coloring pages are really good. That's why I said maybe try focusing on them. And I'm not sure why you would sell this for this price. It's ridiculous. And a lot of people would go onto Etsy and they see stuff that are too cheap and they won't buy it because it's suspicious. I mean, you're literally not making any profit on it. And again, only one product is available, which is beyond me. Why a printable thing would be only available once. I would not price this low. Especially when you're having a sale on your shop that people get 30% off. You'll be coming off losing money. This is way too cheap. This is way too cheap. This is okay, I guess, but again, really, really cheap. And I think that a lot of these designs could be worked on. One of these designs actually looked like it's cutting off, like the mock-up work wasn't really good. What you think you become, it's nice. I don't think I love the font combination, like the design itself. But if that is your style and this is selling, have fun. I do think that there is a lot of work more to be done here with the photos, like with your mock-ups. I would choose a different way to display mock-ups and not all of them looking the same. And, you know, it also doesn't make sense. I mean, this is not the size of it. This would be a lot bigger if these are the sizes of the pencils. So I wouldn't be using it this way. Your store lacks branding, it lacks focus, and lacks, oh, it has social media. My bad. Yes, and it lacks social media because this doesn't work. Let's check out this one. And this leads to a person, not to a page. You need a Facebook page for your art, not a Facebook profile for it. And I do see a lot of potential. I mean, the alphabet coloring pages are adorable. I remember looking at them and I do find them extremely adorable. I might go ahead and buy one of them because they do look interesting for me to do. I do like the numbers. I think that you have a lot of potential if you just make sure that you are focused, that you go over this shop, that you correct these mistakes, and just focus on coloring pages, printable coloring pages, as well as in your social media. And with that being said, let's get back to me, recap this shop review, and give out more general tips for all of you guys because there is a lot more things that you guys could be doing, as well as talk a bit more about what we have coming for us later on in the month of July. And we're back to me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. I enjoyed making it. It was pretty dope, and I do love your shops. And I do know that a lot of these shops are having the same mistake, whether it's not having an announcement or using the announcement in a bad way. Missing the photos for the about section, writing down a product name that doesn't include all these keywords, because the way to write a product's name is basically to think about the different key phrases and keywords that people might be searching for on Etsy and then writing them down while separating them by commas. I did see some mistakes in the descriptions as well as some recommendations for the photos, but I did find it incredibly cute to have all these shops, almost all these shops, have this like photo that talks about them or that explains the product or both, because that is incredibly important for Etsy. One of the comments that I gave one of the people, I think it was for the cake toppers, the cupcake toppers, was to have the demo photo and not the photo that you're using on Etsy as the photo for your Instagram. That could be the only photo for Instagram or the photo, the first photo in a reel of photos, because having the photo that you have on Etsy, the sales pitch, is not exactly the thing that you should be having on Instagram. on Instagram, it should be more interesting. It should always have mock-ups. And I think that the use of mock-ups is incredibly important, as well as the proper sizing within a mock-up. And there is a lot more work to be done. And when you're looking at a store and you see that there is more work to be done, that's a good thing, because that means that it hasn't yet reached its potential and there is a lot more to do. I did like seeing that one of the shops had included a free link, like a link to Google Drive to download 2 freebies. And it got me thinking also about PayHip, because I am going to launch my own coloring pages through PayHip, even though I have a lot of free listings on Etsy. I have a lot of free listings on Etsy. It's insane. But I was looking into PayHip for that, and I haven't gotten this done this month. I'm afraid I might even fail this month's goals for that. But with PayHip, you actually have the option for each printable coloring book to have like a free page that people can download while seeing that listing and decide if they want to pay you or not. So that's pretty cool. And there's a link to the PayHip video down below. There's actually been 2 PayHip videos. And of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated when I'm going to build my own coloring page thing. And I really hope that I will manage to get to it this month. It's been crazy. I mean, first there was the lightning strike and all the flashbacks, and then we didn't have internet for like 4 days. And then following that was the fact that I fell out of bed and I hurt my shoulder as well as my ribs on the right side of the body, which makes pretty much everything more difficult, like making coffee or opening the door. And I've been carrying like my backpack on my left shoulder, which is my weaker shoulder. So everything is kind of a mess. And I feel like I'm making excuses for going to fail my goals. But I do believe that starting today, I really hope that I could sit and finish my website today, like make a quick round on it and start and finish my own website, MeyAroyo.com, which is now just a template. And I do hope that I will get this done, as well as at least start the coloring page project, because I know a lot of you are interested in coloring pages, and I do want to share some techniques that I know that I just need, to make the coloring pages for and start building it. By the way, if you like this video or found this content useful, please hit that like button down below, because every time you do, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video, I'm going to show it to more people. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. If you also want to be included in the next shop review video, whether you're having a Redbubble store, Society6, PayHip, Shopify, Etsy, wherever it is that you are selling print-on-demand or printable items, you can go in and check out the link in the description for a Google form where you just anonymously submit your shop, or you can not anonymously submit it and write down your name, which will also be cool, because there are a lot more shop review videos coming up in the month of July and in the month of August. Well, I think in the month of August, I don't know. I actually don't know what we have in the month of July. Let's go ahead and check it out. Holding my notebook here. So let's have a look. So today we're at the 18th and we had shop reviews, and our next video is on the 21st with how to make and sell word games. I was thinking more like printable games. I'm going to try to spruce it up, maybe Sudoku, maybe word searches, maybe mazes, and really see what we can do from it, because I do love these like puzzle games or word games for kids especially. I do believe it's a way to make, whatever you're selling as printable, to make it like good for the world in a way. And on the 23rd, we're having a huge design with me video about Halloween designs for printables and for print on demand. So it's going to be super, super fun. Coming up after that on the 26th, we're having another design with me video. Another design with me video, because you guys asked for more design with me videos and I am listening to you guys. And it's going to be all about dinosaurs. All about dinosaurs. So it's going to be super, super fun. And on the 28th, we're seeing Darlin again, because she's going to come back to this channel with a video about the importance of video ads when pretty much selling anything online. She's been doing it for a long time for people who sell on Amazon, for people who do drop shipping, as well as print on demand. And we're going to be talking about that, as well as, well, if you want to have some of these like tips for yourself on how to make these videos, about how to market your product better, as well as if you want to hire Darling, because she is good at what she does. And on the 29th, we're having another video, which is still going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise till the last minute, but I think you're going to like it. And with that being said, that is it from me for today. Let me just show you around here in this cute little garden where we had barbecue last night. It was so much fun, even though I was like shying away for a bigger part of it. But yeah, this is where I live, guys. I mean, well, this is where I work. I don't sleep outside. I usually sleep inside at my apartment. But we had a nice chilling barbecue here. And with a beautiful view of Bansko behind me, that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!